Leslie Whitford. I'm the Digital Initiatives Librarian here at Xavier University. So the Makerspace is located on the first floor of the McDonald Library. It's for students, faculty, and staff here at Xavier. We have both people that come in for classes and for personal projects. We're open during the day and people can stop by or they can make appointments and come in and do our different stations and projects. So the history of the Makerspace predates me. So I started here in January of 2022. It began in 2014. We got a grant and purchased one 3D printer, but it was a huge success and people really liked using it. So that gave some impetus to make an actual space. So then in 2015, they applied for a Women of Excellence grant and got $10,000. And that was to help with renovating the space and buy some technology. It wasn't going to be quite enough, so IT actually stepped in and they helped fund to totally redo this space. So because they fronted that money, we were actually able to use that $10,000 to buy more 3D printers and other educational technology and really be able to fill the space. So our grand opening was in the fall of 2016. The summer of 2016, we had student workers for the first time, and then we've been staffed with students ever since then. I've always really believed in having sort of low bar of entry, both technology and supplies. So it's important to us to have crafts for making zines or construction paper, scissors, glue, paint, stuff like that. But then I also wanted more higher level tech things, so the 3D printers and the Cricut, our laser engraver, all the different things that you might encounter out in the wild, but to have here so you have the experience and opportunity to play around with them before you would buy a $200 3D printer. We also have a VR lab that's just got one headset, and then this year was new is we created a supply room. So we would have people who just stopped in who want to get markers and crayons and glue and all this different stuff, and it was just all over. As we moved some stuff around, I was like, well, let's just stick it all in the supply rooms. We also offer club swag kits. So for new clubs, if you're new as of that spring of the previous year coming into the fall, you can get $25 worth of free stuff from in here. So that's buttons, iron-on vinyl, if you wanted to make stickers, just to give new clubs a start to get some swag. And then we also have some packaged club swag kits that you could purchase, and then you want a whole bunch of buttons and things, we can kind of make that a thing. So we made that a bit more structured for clubs. Students have used the Makerspace for both personal projects and for class projects. So we have a lot of personal projects intramural sports teams will come in and make their jerseys. We had one student who kind of started her business here and was making iron-on t-shirts and now has her own little business, which is really cool. It's a unique space on campus where you're able to grow your creativity, you can collaborate in here, you're gonna meet other people who are also interested in making things. I try to make it a really warm and welcoming space and to kind of take the scare factor out of some of the technology. So or disambiguate it, the laser engraver is oh, you have a laser engraver. You're well, we can show you how to use it. It's just kind of like a Cricut, or 3D printing looks really complicated. So we try to figure out ways to make it more accessible to people. Or if you just want to come in and ideate, we're happy to sit here and talk you through your project. But it's just really nice to have an access point with technology and supplies that you can use for your projects no matter what your major is.